Hey fish fans, it's me, Tony G. And today's video, we were out fishing, me and my buddy Ray, and we were catching them on jigs. And this is basically a layout of what we were doing. I was casting, the area we were fishing in had a lot of brush and dead trees in it. And what I was doing was casting my jigs out across them and working them up across the bottom in a hopping motion like you would a worm, and work them up to the trees, slide them up the branch, get up to the top of the branch, and while it was on the top of the branch, I would wiggle it, just jiggle your rod tip, and then a lot of times a bass would come up and just take it right off that branch, just like that. So, if you didn't get the bite at the top of the branch, I'd let it pull it over. You can feel it. With a good fishing rod, you can feel that. Like a good pinnacle rod, you can feel that. And you let it drop. And a lot of times, they'll come up and they'll pick it up on the drop. As that jig's dropping down, they'll come up and grab it. So, that was the technique we were using. Of course, then you continue it back to the boat. And we were also throwing crankbaits. And what we were doing with crankbaits is we were casting them out across this area and reeling them in just at the top of the brush, bumping the top of the brush with our crankbaits. So when the crankbait would cruise along, sometimes it'd hit a branch and it would give it that off beat. And a lot of times that old bass come up and grab it right then. So that's the technique we were using in today's video. We have action. Hey fish fans, Ray has got another monster on the LNS.
That's bigger than the other one.
I think it's bigger. Yeah, that one's bigger. Nice fish. Just got him on the rear hook.
He might come off.
Yeah, he's barely hooked. I just grabbed the lip of the lure and swing him on board because he is barely hooked. We got him in. And that lure is probably just going to fall right out.
Don't you flop around on me.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to grab him with that hook right where your finger's supposed to go, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was. Just barely in him.
Oh, he's been hooked before though. Look at that.
Oh yeah, he sure has. Worm hook probably.
Another nice one.
Sure is a beautiful fish, and that's catch and release.
They don't have the color they have though.
They're down deep.
Kind of washed out a little bit.
That's because they're down deep and the water's stained. Yeah, the black lines and everything's washed out on them. There's that lure. That's a sinking lure, fish fans, in case you're wondering.
There you go, buddy.
Crankbait.
Wow.
That sinks.
Just catching monsters on that one. That's it. No little one.
Well, that's good. All right.
Maybe that's why we're not having a lot of bites on it, because the little ones are looking at it and go, no, I think I'll pass on that.
Yep.
I'll get to a bigger one.
Yep.
Who knows? Wow, I mean, it's just like a tree stump.
Yep.
You know, it's like, whoa, what the hell happened here?
Awesome. That is exciting. All right, fish fans, we'll film one more cast here.
And I'm using a different rod too. This rod's a lot stiffer, so it's a combination of that lure and this new rod that just feels a little different to me, you know.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That was a nice fish.
Yeah.
Hey fish fans, I got one, and I played him out. I had a mess and with my tackle and such. Here he comes up to see us finally. There he is. He's a nice little 1-pounder or so. Just barely had him hooked, and I don't have him held in him right. There we go. There we are, fish fans. And we're going to go ahead and put him back. And then we're going to do a PSA. It's time for one of those public safety announcements. Fish fans, whenever you're fishing, and you've heard said before, always wear your eye protection. I've been fishing since I was a young boy, and today is the first time I got a lure in my eye. Not in the eyeball itself, but in the eyelid and the eyebrow. And to make it worse, the trolling motor caught the line and jerked the lure out and stuck me in the nose over here as it came out and broke the line. The good news is I can still see out of the eye. The eye itself, by the grace of God, is protected. You see, got my glasses on now. And if I ever have another video where I'm not wearing eye protection, you guys should send
And look
me a
at the
letter
nasty,
telling
look
me.
at the nasty thing that went in his eye too. Ouch.
Yep. Thank God. They're sharp hooks. Fish fans, I got a nice one on.
Yep.
I think this one here's close to my big one for the day.
Fish barely got him.
Hooked. Oh, he's double hooked now.
He ain't coming off without ripping him.
He's not as big as I thought he was, so he's double hooked. And here he comes up to see us. And I got him. Got him by the upper jaw, lower jaw. Gotcha. Now I got grip. Let's get these hooks out. And I got him on the Excalibur square bill. Crankbait. There he is, fish fans. This is my nice one of the day so far. And at least they're biting again. Getting over a cold. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and put him back. Here he goes back. Thank you, Ray, for filming that for me. There he goes to grow up and be a bigger fish. Cool. Awesome. Well, it started out as a rough day on me, but it's getting better.
Okay.
You booted it? We're up. Hey, fish fans, I got one on here. I got one on a bitsy bug. He just come to the surface. There he is. He's a little smaller than I thought he was. He fought pretty hard. Sugar booger. Wind's blowing us really good. Yes, that's 1 pounder, 1.5. Here he comes up to see us. Whoop, right up on my thumb. Oh, he ain't even that big. He may go a pound. There he is, fish fans. Oh, 3/4 pounder probably. Oh, sugar booger. You gonna grow up and be a big fish? Yes, you are. Oh, he splashed all over me. That was a very hard fighting fish. Let me show you what we're catching him on. I'm using a bitsy bug. It's a little 1/4 ounce, and I'm using a Mr. Twister tri-live grub. The two-tone color shad pattern on it. It's got the dark back with the white belly, and that's what I'm throwing. Little Mr. Twister bait, and we'll probably go on the board. I'll show you how we're making these things walk across the bottom on that that dry erase board later. And, but we're just bouncing them across the bottom. Basic wormfish technique. And I felt that tap on the line. Sure enough, there he was. And we picked him up right up in there. Bringing it from deep, shallow to deep, not deep to shallow. Looks like a crawdad running into deeper water. Across the bottom. But right now we're fishing a cold front, fish fans. It's November and it's getting cold. The last few nights have been pretty chilly, and the fish are responding accordingly. So no more topwater lures for a while. And look, there's another one. Oh, look, it's a big one. Oh, it is a big one.
It's a bigger one. Oh yeah, he's a decent one.
Yes, sir. That one there. Whoops. Well, he came off, but he still counts. He's on the camera. We got him on film. That's what counts. I'd like to land at him, though. He looked like he was in the 4+ range, didn't he? Yeah.
Hey fishing fans, here's a safety tip for you. Whenever you're out fishing, don't forget to wear your eye protection. I got a lure stuck on my eye in this last video we were filming, and I wasn't wearing my eye protection, and I'm very, very lucky I didn't lose an eye. Now, what I've got here is a very sporty pair of polarized glasses. Not only do these glasses give me great protection from the UV rays, And they're polarized so I can see underneath the water. I can check out all the fish when they're sight fishing. But they're also excellent as an eye protector. And this particular pair, here's a new sporty pair. Now I've also got this pair here. These are polarized. They're a little bit bigger, more of a face shield to them. And they're excellent also. Like I said, polarized and safe. And here's another pair I've got. This pair here, not quite so sporty looking. But they've also got the big, wide, on the side here, cover that's see-through. It's more sunglass material. And it blocks out the light, which is even better for sight fishing underneath the water. So basically, fish fans, you want to wear your eye protection when you're fishing. Hey fish fans, and one other thing you want to make sure you have with you is when you're in your big bass boat and you're doing 60 miles an hour plus on the water, you could run into bugs out there over the lake, or you could have debris off the front deck blow into your face, like sand or pebbles if you've beached a boat lately and they come off of your shoes. So you want to get yourself an inexpensive pair of ski goggles. I have 4 pairs I keep in my boat. I've got 2 pairs like this, just a goggle, and then I've got 2 pairs with a face mask. They're a paintball setup. And the face mask is for the extreme cold weather. There's nothing like, being out there just before sunup and it's 30-some degrees outside and you take off at 60 miles an hour. You get to your spot with ice on your nose. With that face mask, you don't have that problem. So those are some things to check into. Your eye protection. Always wear it, fish fans.